Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. It's Lucy Sturgis Cycling here. My coffee outside at the end of my road, and I'm going to speak to you about something that happened this week. So as many of you know, I make silly videos, cringe-worthy videos, silly little reels and TikToks that I rope in friends and stuff to join me with, and I did that this week. We made a really silly one, me and Peter. Yeah, and you know, it might be cringe factor, but hey, I really don't care. I got home, I uploaded it, and somebody left a comment. Oh, Lucy at it again. She's getting more like a barrel by the week. So at first I stopped, I was like, hey, what does that mean? And then when I thought about it, I was like, he's basically saying that a personal comment about my weight. And yeah, you know, hey, I'm not as slim as I was a few years ago. I'm not as fast as I was a few years ago. My cycling's very different. But yeah, it took me a bit, first of all, to process that. But the thing in particular about this comment is, it's not an online troll. Like I do have an online presence. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, you know, I have followers, and you sometimes get a rogue comment from somebody, I just delete them. But the reason that this one really caught my attention, it was somebody that I knew. So it's someone that I knew, and it's somebody that I've ridden with before, somebody that's well known in the Leicestershire cycling community. I was shocked. It's someone that's been supportive of my cycling in the past. It was just a shock. It took me a bit to process that. I sent it to Natalie and Laura, two of my really good friends. Hey, what do you think about this? And they're like as shocked as me. Now, hey, look, I don't consider myself to be totally humourless. I have a sense of humour. So I tried to message him, and I couldn't it was on Facebook and it wasn't letting me message him. So I thought, I'm going to call it out publicly. So I did. I just shared the comment and left a comment like, please don't leave personal comments about my body, and just a reminder to be kind online. And I tagged him in it, and the response was amazing, and I got loads and loads of people messaged me and left comments, and you know, it was amazing to feel that support. I didn't know whether I felt angry or upset about it, but do you know what, actually I couldn't actually care less about this person's opinion. So hey, I'm someone who's quite self-confident. Yeah, I'm larger than I was a few years ago. I have been thinking for a while I'd like to get back into shape, but that's my prerogative. That's not for anyone else to decide. I don't know whether it was a comment that he didn't actually mean to make publicly and meant to send to, you know, some of his little mates or whatever. Just a bit of context, this is a 60-year-old guy, well known in the cycling community, races locally in the cyclocross league. Also, this guy's got kids as well. I know he's got a daughter. I just wonder how he would feel if someone left that comment about his daughter. So the interesting thing is, you know, yes, I had lots of comments. Complete strangers really jumped up and in there to leave support for me, people that I don't know so well. Obviously my friends have really got my back, like the girls that I cycle with. They were absolutely furious in the group chat. There was a lot of messages, and you know, my sister and uni friends, they'd seen it. They were furious, like really upset, and I would be as well. If someone left that comment about my sister, I would take that probably more personally. But what is interesting is the people that stayed silent, the people that stayed nothing. So I know people that are friends with him, that ride with him, that are teammates, that race with him. I know they've seen the content, absolutely nothing, and that to me says a lot. And I just think a powerful message about this. It throws up just a few reflections, and I guess that's what this video is about. If you don't call out your mate saying this stuff, you're actually part of the problem. It's those reactions that it's the response afterwards. You're part of the problem if you don't say anything. So, you know, if you're one of those people that go on, you know, those regular chain gangs and all that stuff, and you don't think there's reason to say anything, yeah, you're part of the issue. You're just as bad. You owe it to your daughter's partners, friends, yourselves, your club mates to speak up. So if you don't, hey, you know, just reflect on that and just think about how that sits with you. So for me and my profile, I feel like cycling is about inclusion, about empowerment, about encouraging people. So for me, it's never going to sit well receiving comments like that. It's supposed to bring people together, not make people feel smaller. And if your idea of banter is really putting someone down like that and making someone feel bad about themselves, and let's face it, comments like that can be really damaging. You know, even for me, I'd say I'm pretty self-confident. It still made me think like, yeah, I really need to do something about this. I don't need to do something about this, and I don't need to do something about this for him. And I don't feel like I should do it for him at all. But like, why would I feel like that? He did apologise. He sent me a message. He wrote this comment and then he had deleted it before I'd had a chance to reply, but I'd immediately screenshotted it because I was a bit like, what does he mean? He did reply and apologise. He said, I'm really sorry. He likes to indulge in banter, very indulgent there. And but he realised he'd crossed a line. He didn't read the comment back. I mean, just don't make comments like that in the first place if that's what you're thinking and that's your idea of banter. You clearly have no empathy. You clearly need to work on your emotional intelligence. But hey, that's another issue. That's not one for me to fix. And I just replied and went, you know, comments like that are really hurtful. You've been really supportive to my cycling in the past. And I was just really shocked. And I am still really shocked. And I just said the damage has been done. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And, you know, we will just, we will exist in the same spaces. So yes, guys, apparently I am turning into a barrel. Full-bodied, confident, adventurous barrel, and I'm not afraid to take up space. I will call out bullshit, and I think that's something that's come more with age. But hey, yeah, call it out, guys. If speaking up makes things uncomfortable, then good, because uncomfortable is how you create change. You know, what a misogynistic, outdated version of banter. Yeah. There's my penny's worth. One thing I'm enjoying with age is that I'm just not bothered about calling people out. I'll speak up. So yeah, enjoy your day. Guess I better now stroll back home, get myself ready for work, drink my coffee, and I just hope you have a really good day. It's Friday, so I'll be out on my bike this weekend. Enjoy whatever you're up to, guys. But for those people and you guys that support me, I just want to say thanks so much. Your comments speak so much volume, and I feel very, very lucky to have that support. We move on, we ride. Let's go.